The senior class for the men's ice hockey program enjoyed a great start to their careers, advancing to the MASCAC Conference Championship twice in the first 2 seasons.
First 2 years, making it to the championship was pretty special, but it set the tone for us that every year we want to be in the championship, and we're here to compete and try to go to the NCAAs. So that's just a goal for us every year, is to get back to the championship.
Yeah, so our first 2 years here, reaching the conference championship definitely meant a lot. I know coming in right before we got here, they had won a championship, and we knew that was the mentality of the program and Plymouth in general, to be champions. So coming in, we knew that we needed to be back there.
First 2 years, obviously, going to the championships for the MASCAC was an absolute thrill. You want to come into the school and be shown the way to do things, and I think the classes before us did that perfectly for us coming in and as freshmen and sophomores to make it to that both years.
Having been named the MASCAC regular season champions each of the last 2 seasons and inching closer to making it 3 in a row this year, there's still one goal that has been elusive to this year's senior class.
For this year, we're looking to obviously get to the championship and the NCAA tournament. But we want to really come together as a team and have the best season that we have had here.
Yeah, so moving forward, going into playoffs, it's going to be important for us to, stick to what we've been doing, leading the younger guys, using our presence on the ice to win those tight games. And every game is going to be difficult from here on out. So.
Well, I think the goal is what's been elusive for us. 4 years here is to finally win the MASCAC here and bring us back to the NCAAs. That's, I think, clear-cut, easy. Got to just put the work in and get this done.
Last season was the first time in 7 years that the Panthers did not make the conference championship game. And don't think for a second that the seniors have not forgotten the semifinal loss to UMass Dartmouth 1 year ago.
I think now that we have so many guys that have been in those previous playoff games, those big games, I think we kind of can tell the younger guys, the freshmen and juniors and sophomores, kind of like how it went and what it feels like to lose in those big games. So I think it's pretty important to have the group of guys that we have now coming into the playoffs.
I mean, last year's semifinal loss is still tough to talk about. It was such a heartbreak. I don't think anyone in that locker room thought that we were going to lose that game, and it was a tough loss. And I think we learned a lot from it, and that's a game that I've been sticking with us for a while now, so that's something that we definitely don't want to repeat.
I think it eats away at you a little bit, but at the same time, I think, those first 2 years, I didn't play my first year, but, the first 2 years against Salem, being in the championship game and losing that, and, you got to sit there and see the whole award ceremony and everything like that, that's kind of sat in the back of my mind. Falling short in the semifinals, it's frustrating. We knew we should have been better than that, but you kind of get over that one because you don't have, trophies in front of your face that you got to remember.
So after the loss last year and the year before as well, obviously it burns, so it's always going to be in the back of our minds, and we just have to use that as motivation to power through, and it's not going to be a mental block this year at all.
No matter how the season finishes, these 9 seniors will look back and remember all the good times they've had both on and off the ice, and how much Coach Craig Russell has taught them over the last 4 years.
I'm going to miss showing up to the rink every day and hanging out with the guys and practicing for a couple hours and just being with everybody and having fun. Coach Russell has been great my last 4 years here. He's helped me out a bunch off the ice, getting me ready to leave school and find a job. So he's connected me with a lot of his old classmates and teammates, and they've been helping out a ton.
Coach has helped me a lot on and off the ice. He's a great person to role model for you, and he's just a great guy altogether, so he's helped me in many different aspects. What I miss the most is probably going to be just the friends that you make here. I think having all those guys in that locker room, just having your back at all times, and just having those guys to go to talk to if you ever need anything, I think that's like the most important thing.
Playing inside the Hanover rink, or as we call it, the Savage Center, is just a fantastic feeling. Obviously, our rink is one of the better rinks in D3 hockey, if not maybe one of the best. and our fans have been just awesome throughout my 4 years, and we're really looking forward to all the games at home, especially on Thursday nights or Saturday nights when it's usually packed. So we're really fortunate to have the Hanaway rink as our home rink and having such a great fan base, both from the students as well as from the local citizens here.
Well, the legacy one's simple. We want to win that championship. We want to make sure that people coming in know that we're a championship team every year. We've haven't won it yet, so I think that's going to be the biggest thing for me when I leave here. Absolutely love the team feeling that we get on and off the ice. Coach has done a great job at really pushing that, and that we're a family.
So I've enjoyed most about Plymouth is, the community. Obviously the guys on my team are great, but how tight-knit the community is, whether it's on campus or, downtown. Everyone kind of cares about everybody, and, everyone's there to lend a hand. And just how much, especially being on the hockey team here, how much people follow you and congratulate you, whether you're grabbing a bite to eat or, studying in the library, there's always someone that's going to talk to you about hockey.
Since coming here, everybody's been so welcoming to me, everybody's welcomed me in, and I'm really going to miss, all the faces around campus, friends outside of hockey, and just the overall atmosphere of being at Plymouth State.
Men's ice hockey will look to make it back to the MASCAC championship game this season and return to the NCAA tournament for the third time in program history. Plymouth State will start their playoff run with a MASCAC semifinal appearance on Tuesday, February 26th inside Hanaway Rink. I'm Dan Salzer for Plymouth State Athletics.